Turn the volume up.
Yeah.
This that Blueprint talk.
DJ, you wanna fade him.
The Dream Hustle Podcast. Let's walk.
Clock hit midnight, I'm still wide-eyed, wide vision on the whiteboard, whole wall map like a Y. Turn every one day to a date and a budget. Faith in my spirit, but the numbers still crunch quick. Ownership heavy, name on the deed, not guessless. Equity, leverage, cool head, never desperate. No cosign, savior, just God in the game plan. Purpose in the struggle, made a kingdom from the same sand. Late nights, low lights, screen glow on my face. Old fears, new skills, real growth, same pace. Discipline daily, even when the vibe feels off. I don't wait for a feeling, I just show up and push off.
We turn dreams into plans, that's the move right now. The Dream Hustle Podcast, whole crew locked down. From the grind till the crown in hand. Save vision, faith, hustle, let it run through the fan. We turn dreams into plans, that's the move right now. The Dream Hustle Podcast, that's the movement now. If you're locked in the lab, if you're stacking your band. Save vision, faith, hustle till it's part of your stance.
Indie on the payroll, boss on the bio. Every stream, every sale, got receipts in the file. Studios in the basements, turn the boardrooms quiet. Where ideas go from maybe to bet. Let's try it. Lessons from the losses, wore the L's like armor. Did the math on my habits, cut the ones that harm. The smart hustle, sharp hustle, every move with a purpose. If it don't build a mission, then the time ain't worth it. I pray, then I scheduled, I work, then I measure. Let the metrics keep me honest, let the process be the treasure. It's bigger than a slogan, bigger than the brand. This the Dream Hustle Podcast, whole world understands.
We turn dreams into plans, that's the move right now. The Dream Hustle Pod, this whole crew locked down. From the grind to the crown in hand. Save vision, faith, hustle, let it run through the fan. We turn dreams into plans, that's the move right now. The Dream Hustle Podcast, that's a movement now. If you're locked in the lab, if you're stacking your band. Save vision, faith, hustle till it's part of your stance.
Hey. Late nights, early flights, late fly, same fight, same high. Feel like we just move right. For every indie in the trenches, every owner in the making. The Dream Hustle Podcast, this the anthem for your patience.
We turn dreams into plans, that's the move right now. The Dream Hustle Podcast, whole crew locked down. From the grind till the crown in hand. Save vision, faith, hustle, let it run through the fan. Save vision, faith, hustle, let it run through the fan.
Yo, peace. What's good, Dream Hustlers? It's your man, DJ Universe, tapping in, live and direct. Listen, this episode right here is not just content. This is not background noise while you wash the dishes. This is a call to action. This is opportunity on audio. This is me opening a door that most people never even see exists. So I'm talking straight to the hungry ones right now. The grinders, the networkers, the ones who always got to play but never had the right platform. The one scrolling like, yo, how do I get in the game? How do I make money in this hip-hop and creator space for real? If that's you, lean in, because Down by Law Management LLC is officially building a sales team. Not just thinking about it, not maybe one day. We're doing it right now. And I'm looking for killers in conversation, entrepreneurs, go-getters, people who can walk into a room full of strangers and walk out with 3 new relationships and 2 new checks pending. People who understand that in this culture, relationships are the real currency, and sales is how you cash it out. Now let's be very clear. This is not a 9-to-5. This is not, yo, can I get an hourly? This is a commission-based opportunity. Straight like that. You close, you eat. You don't close, you don't eat. But here's the beautiful part. You get 15% commission on every sale you bring in. Every sale. Let me run that back for the hustlers in the cheap seats. 15% commission. That means if the company wins, you win. The movement grows, your pockets grow. We run it up, you run it up. That's not employee energy. That's ownership energy. That's you taking your communication skills, your network, your influence, and you turning it into an income stream tied to a whole ecosystem. When Down by Law Management eats, you at the table. When Hip Hop Hero League levels up, you don't just clap from the crowd, you see it in your commission statement. See, some of y'all been following the journey from Ohio to Florida, from zero to building brick by brick. You watched me start from scratch and keep preaching the same message. Anybody with a real dream and real hustle can turn that into reality. This right here is one of those pathways. So, if you ever asked, Yo DJ Universe, how do I work with the movement? How do I get involved for real? This is it. This is your on-ramp. This whole episode is me explaining the play. What the opportunity is, what you'll be selling, how the ecosystem works, and most important, how you can plug in today. So stay locked in, don't skip around, and definitely don't treat this like entertainment. This is business. If you're ready to stop just watching the Dream Hustle and start participating in the Dream Hustle, welcome. Let's talk power moves. Let me break something down that most people never told you in school, never told you at home, and definitely not on social media. In this new world, everybody chasing clout, followers, likes, comments, viral moments. And I'm not saying that stuff don't have value, but none of that pays you if you can't sell. Sales is the real superpower. Sales is the difference between I do music and I make a living off music. Between I got a brand and my brand feeds my family. If you can sell, you can survive in any industry on this planet. Fashion, tech, real estate, music, coaching, whatever. Because sales is really three things wrapped in one: communication, persuasion, and understanding value. Sales is being able to sit down with somebody and say, look, here's where you are, here's where you want to go, and here's how this offer is the bridge. That's it. That's the magic. You're not tricking people. You're not scamming. You're clearly explaining value in a way that makes sense to their life, to their goals, to their problems. Every billionaire you know understands that. Jay-Z understands sales. Diddy understands sales. 50 understands sales. They sold music, then they sold brands, then they sold vision. They learned how to move ideas from their mind into the marketplace. Now here's where you come in. Down by Law Management and the Hip Hop Hero League movement, we're building independent infrastructure. We're not waiting on labels. We're not waiting on big corporations to tap in and discover us. We're building our own lanes, but every empire needs a sales arm. A team of people who can communicate the value of what we do to artists, to entrepreneurs, to sponsors, to brands, to business owners. When you join this sales team, you're not just some side character. You become part of the engine, part of the backbone of revenue. You become the person who makes sure the opportunities don't just exist. They get used. You are literally helping transform ideas into invoices. And here's the beautiful thing. Once you learn this skill with us, it doesn't leave you. You could go into any space after this and say, I know how to talk to people. I know how to listen. I know how to connect a solution to a need, and I know how to close. That's a lifetime power move. So, yeah, followers are cool, but followers without sales is just audience with no income. What we're talking about is you learning how to convert conversations into commission, how to be the person who moves the needle. The louder this Hip Hop Hero League movement gets, the more ears we reach, the more people we touch, the more essential you become if you're on that sales side. You help the machine grow. The machine helps your money grow. That's synergy. That's aligned hustle. That's what I mean when I say this episode right here is a power move invitation. All right, so let's get tactical. You're probably thinking, Universe, this all sounds dope, but what exactly am I selling? Because I know y'all, you don't want to push trash. You don't want to be out here pitching nonsense. You want to stand behind something real, and I respect that. So let me walk you through the ecosystem. First lane, mentorship programs. These ain't fluff courses. These are programs built for artists, entrepreneurs, and creators who are tired of guessing and YouTube University and everything, and they want real game. We talking independence, business structure, marketing, monetization, brand building. You as a sales rep are connecting people to that guidance. You're basically saying, yo, stop trying to freestyle your whole career. Come get a blueprint. Second lane, digital services. This is where a lot of y'all gonna eat. Content creation, website creation, AI-powered marketing tools, digital branding solutions. All the behind-the-scenes pieces that make a brand look and move like a real business in 2026 and beyond. You know how many artists got fire music but their online presence looked like a burner account? You know how many entrepreneurs got a great product, but no content, no site, no automation, no nothing? You become the plug for that. Third lane, production services, DJ services, event production, media production, music recording services. We talk in the full package of what makes the culture move. Shows, events, content days, studio time. You know promoters, you know event planners, you know artists throwing shows. That's all opportunity. Fourth lane, physical products, merchandise, the Soul Legacy shoe line, music, artist products, tangible things people can hold, wear, and represent. You're not just selling stuff. You're selling identity, culture, affiliation with a movement. And then we got one more level that's major. Brand deals, sponsorships, and collaborations with businesses. Business-to-business plays. You might meet a barbershop owner, a clothing store, a local restaurant, a startup brand that wants to tap into the culture. Now you can say, bet, we got ways to get you involved across our ecosystem. And every one of those plays has a number attached to it. And 15% of that number has your name on it when you bring it in. So understand, we're not playing small. This is not just sell this one little thing. Down by Law Management is infrastructure, mentorship, digital, production, physical products, B2B collabs. Every piece is a revenue stream, and the sales team is the one tapping those streams and turning them into rivers. That's why I keep saying ownership energy. You are not just watching the ecosystem grow, you're actively turning the gears. And your commission is your piece of that growth. If you love the culture, if you love business, and you love connecting people to value, this is the perfect storm for you. Now let's zoom out to the big screen. Literally, Hip Hop Hero League TV, Triple H LTV. This ain't a concept, this is a network. We talkin' Roku, Fire TV, and web platforms. That means when people turn on they TV, they can tap into our universe. Music, content, shows, culture. All curated from an independent mindset. Now, why does that matter to you as a sales rep? Because TV level exposure equals TV level opportunity. Triple H LTV is going to be selling ad space, brand partnerships, sponsored segments, music video for artist placements. All the things big networks do, but from an indie creator first perspective. Let's break that down. Ad space, local businesses, online brands. Anyone trying to get in front of our audience can run commercials, lower thirds, banners. However the packages are structured, when you bring those businesses to the table and they lock in an ad package, that's a sale. And you already know, 15% commission. Next, brand partnerships and sponsored segments. Maybe a company doesn't just want a simple ad. They want a whole segment. Presented by product integrations, recurring sponsorships around specific shows on Triple HL TV. That's Bigger checks, longer relationships, deeper collaboration. You help structure that, you get paid off that. Then we got music video placements. Independent artists been dreaming of seeing they video on TV forever. Most of them think they gotta sign their life away to a major or know somebody at a giant network. Now you become that somebody. Yo, you want your video on Triple H LTV, on Roku, Fire TV online? Cool, here's the process. Here's the package. Again, commissionable. I want you to see what that really means. As a sales team member, you become the bridge between independent artists and brands, and TV-level exposure. You're no longer just saying, I know people. You're saying, I know people and I have infrastructure behind me. I can really get you seen. Every time you connect a brand that wants ads, a business that wants a segment, an artist that wants placement, you've created a win-win-win. The artist or brand wins with exposure, the network wins with content and revenue, and you win with commission. This is the kind of lane that changes your conversations. Instead of, yo, support my mixtape, you're saying, yo, how are you marketing your business or your music right now? Have you considered TV-level exposure across Roku, Fire TV, and web? Let me show you an option. You go from asking for favors to offering solutions. That's a whole different posture. That's professional energy. That's dream hustle energy plugged into a broadcast platform. Another big piece of this puzzle is artist management. Down by Law management is not just a cool name. It's actual management structure. And you already know, there's a whole generation of artists out here with talent, but no team, no strategy, no roadmap. They tired of going in circles. That's where our management services come in. And where you as a salesperson become the connector. Artists who invest into management with us get access to a whole menu of opportunities. We talking music video placements on Triple HL. That's not just post a link on YouTube and hope. That's curated, network-level positioning. Then we got digital tours. Think online performance opportunities, virtual appearances, curated content runs that get them in front of targeted audiences. And for the ones who are ready, physical tour opportunities, touching stages, touching cities, expanding their fan base in real life. On top of that, there's media exposure, interviews, features, appearances across different platforms within the ecosystem. Distribution guidance, so they're not just uploading tracks blindly to platforms with no strategy. And brand partnership playbooks, helping artists line up with companies and products that align with their image and message. All of that lives inside this management infrastructure. So imagine you know an artist who's stuck. They got music on SoundCloud, they got a little buzz, but they're exhausted. You can sit them down and say, look, you can keep trying to DIY everything, or you can plug into an existing system, a team that's already building connections with TV networks, brand partners, media outlets. You invest into management, and now your grind is plugged into a machine instead of just vibes. When they say yes, that's a sale. And what happens when there's a sale? 15% commission. You just helped that artist step into a new chapter, and you created a new income line for yourself. That's impact and income together. That's what I love about this. You're not just selling something abstract. You're helping dreams turn into strategies. You're helping, I want to make it, turn into, here's the plan. You're helping creators stop guessing and start executing. Every time you connect somebody to a mentorship program, a management package, a TV placement, a digital service, you're literally changing the trajectory of their career. And in return, the system cuts you in on the revenue. That's how real infrastructure is supposed to work. Everybody brings value. Everybody eats. So if you the type of person who loves helping people, but you also want to see your bank account match your effort, this sales lane is perfect. You're not begging anybody. You're inviting them into structure, and the ones who are serious are going to feel that immediately. Now, I got to keep it 100 with you. This opportunity is not for everybody, and I'm saying that on purpose, because I don't want people hearing sales team and thinking it's some easy button money hack. It's not. This is for the hungry. This is for the confident. This is for the people who know how to talk to people, or at least are willing to learn and get uncomfortable. If you shy, but you're coachable, and you got that burn inside, cool, we can work with that. But if you want safe, guaranteed, clock in, clock out energy, this ain't your lane. The ideal person for this is somebody who already understands networking. You might be that artist who knows 100 other artists. You on everybody's flyer. You in every group chat. You always in the studio with somebody. Guess what? That's a goldmine if you know how to present opportunity the right way. Or maybe you're an entrepreneur who knows business owners, barbers, boutique owners, food spots, clothing brands, online stores. You already be having conversations about business anyway. Now you can say, yo, I'm part of the Down by Law management sales team, and we got ad space, brand collabs, content packages, TV placements. What's up? Maybe you're a promoter. You know venues, DJs, artists, crowds, or you're that natural connector who's always like, yo, you need to meet so-and-so. Your gift is introducing people to each other. This is literally monetizing that gift. So let me paint it real simple. This is for the person who is tired of being broke, but not tired of talking. For the person who can deal with no and still push till they get to yes. For the person who understands that relationship capital is just as important as financial capital, and now you're ready to turn one into the other. There's no office for this. Nobody's watching over your shoulder. There's no time clock. You're not asking for bathroom breaks. Your income is your hustle. Your paycheck is your pipeline. Your raise is your results. Some months you might go crazy and your commissions look wild. Some months you might fall back and you'll see it in what you don't make. That's the game. But for the people who accept that, who want that type of freedom and responsibility, this is a blessing. That's Dream Hustle Energy. We building something where independent creators, independent thinkers, independent hustlers can come together under one infrastructure and eat. If you're hearing this and your heart beating a little faster, your mind already thinking of names you could call, people you could hit up, artists you could plug in, that's a sign. This might be your lane. If you're hearing this and you think, sounds like work, that's also a sign. And it's okay. Just know I'm talking to the first group, the ones who feel that pull. So here's where we bring it all together. If you've been listening and you know deep down, yeah, this is me. I'm that connector. I'm that communicator. I'm ready to turn my mouthpiece into money. Then I need you to move on this. Not next month. Not when things slow down. Now. The call to action is simple. Reach out to me. Hit the contact info in my bio. Tap in through my social media. Use the links in the descriptions tied to this episode, tied to the Dream Hustle brand, tied to Down by Law management. Send a message and make it clear. I want to join the sales team. I'm ready to represent the movement. I'm ready to earn. Don't send me a paragraph about how unlucky you've been. Send me energy. Send me intention. Tell me where you're at, what kind of network you got, and why you think you fit this lane. From there, we can start talking next steps, structure, and how you plug into the system. Understand what you're stepping into, though. This is bigger than just getting a bag. We are building infrastructure for independent creators. We are building opportunity lanes that didn't exist when I was coming up. We are building generational wealth pathways where your kids, your nieces, Your nephews can look back and say, yo, that's when our family stopped just dreaming and started owning. Sales is the bridge between value and revenue. And right now, we are actively building that bridge and inviting you to help lay the bricks. Every mentorship package you sell, you help somebody skip years of confusion. Every digital service you sell, you help a brand look professional. Every management deal you help bring in, you help an artist find structure. Every TV placement, every ad buy, every brand partnership you close, you help this independent ecosystem grow stronger. And the whole time, 15% commission on every sale. Let that sink in. Your communication turns into commission. Your network turns into income. Your hustle turns into opportunity. Not just for you, but for everybody you connect to this movement. Soft, rhythmic, dream big. Hustle hard, own everything. That's not just a slogan. That's a blueprint. Dream big enough to see yourself as part of something bigger than your block. Hustle hard enough to pick up the phone. Send the DM. Knock on the door. Follow up again and again and again. Own everything by stepping into lanes where you get a piece of the revenue you help create. That's what this Down by Law management sales team is about. That's what the Hip Hop Hero League ecosystem is about. That's what HHHL TV is about. Independence with infrastructure. So if your spirit's saying, this is my time, listen to it. Reach out. Lock in. Join the Down by Law management sales team. 15% commission. Unlimited potential. Real products. Real services. Real value. Real ecosystem. Powered by Dream Hustle. Powered by Down by Law Management. Powered by the Hip Hop Hero League. I'm DJ Universe, and I'm looking for the next wave of closers, communicators, and culture builders. If that's you, I'll see you on the team. And if you're still on the fence, run this episode back. Then ask yourself, am I going to keep watching other people move? Or am I finally going to make the move myself? Teamwork makes the dream work, and hustle is the muscle that moves mountains. So on that note, until the next episode, gratitude, blessings, and one love. Peace.
Universal shift, he don't chase, he build. From the deck to the desk, he real in the field. Hands in the dirt, but his mind touch mill. DJ Hugh, he the way that the silence feel. Trap in the soul, boardroom in the brain. Engineer game while he remix lanes. No gimmicks, no change, just truth and the gift. Entrepreneur mode, it's that universal shift. Blueprint boss, no loans, just ledger. Content drop like stocks and pressure. Mentor in the mic, but he's still a stepper. Pod test laced with the mindset treasure. Double up dreams, no sleep in the plot. Teaching credit like a plug on the block. Got the artists, brands, and the vision unlocked. Whole city got motion from the seeds he dropped. Studio flips, balance books by the hour. Voice in the streets, but he move with a power. From mix downs to biz rounds, he solid, ain't just got sound. He build whole knowledge, that universal shift. He don't chase, he build. From the deck to the desk, he real in the field. Hands in the dirt, but his mind touch mills. DJ U, he the wave that the silence feel. Trap in the soul, boardroom in the brain. Engineer game while he remix lanes. No gimmicks, no change, just truth and a gift. Entrepreneur mode, it's that universal shift. Spreadsheet flow, heat track and flip. Educate young kings on stack and drip. Whole squad move smart, not flash, no skits. He a brand in motion, legacy fits. Work like a DJ, think like a CEO on the low. He invests where the seeds gon' grow. Talking crypto, cash flow, studio heat with a 10-year plan. In the bars he speak, never lie with it. He just lived that truth. From the pen to the plan to the pop-up booth. Independent grind, ain't wait for a deal. He the proof, you can scale with a skill, with a skill.
So we see the bulk got scored. Now we speaking panels and shifting boards. One man brand, but the crew gon' eat. Legacy real in the hustle on beat.
Yeah, universal shift, he don't chase, he build. From the deck to the desk, he real in the field. Hands in the dirt, but his mind touch mills. DJ U, he the wave to the silence feel. Trap in the soul, boardroom in the brain. Engineer game while he remix lanes. No gimmicks, no change, just truth in the gift. Entrepreneur mode, it's that universal shift.